Dear students, in this video we are going to study about cyclonic winds and the super cyclone that hit Odisha in the year 1999. Firstly, we are going to study about cyclones, anticyclones. These are together called cyclonic winds. The cyclonic winds are irregular winds of short duration. In a cyclone, the winds move in a spiral way or spiral manner. There is a low pressure region at the center. To this low pressure region from the surrounding high pressure regions, the air with great force occupies. Then it turns into a spiral wind. It moves with great speed to the nearby coastal regions especially. It destroys all the structures, everything on its way as it moves. An anticyclone is just opposite to cyclone. In the middle there is a high pressure region. From this high pressure region, cool winds are blowing towards the nearby low pressure regions. The anticyclones, the weather is very pleasant. It is characterized by clear skies and the stable weather. Students, the movement of winds in a cyclone and anticyclone in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere are different. Firstly, we are going to study the movement of winds in the northern hemisphere in a cyclone. In a cyclone, the cool winds with high pressure from the surrounding regions move towards the low pressure regions in an anti-clockwise pattern. The winds move to the low pressure region in a cyclone in northern hemisphere anti-clockwise. But in anticyclone, what happens? The winds from the middle region, high pressure region, blowing to the outer regions, low pressure regions in a clockwise pattern. The reverse process is happening in the southern hemisphere, where in the cyclone to the low pressure regions, the winds move clockwise. The cool winds with high pressure moves clockwise manner. But in anticyclone in the southern hemisphere, the winds move anti-clockwise. The cool breezes move anti-clockwise. So once you study about the northern hemisphere well, we can automatically understand what is happening in cyclones and anticyclone in the southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere in cyclone, the movement of winds that is anti-clockwise. In anticyclone, the movement of winds clockwise. In southern hemisphere, just opposite. In the cyclone, in the low pressure region, the winds move towards it in clockwise, and in anticyclone, from the high pressure regions, the winds blows to the surrounding low pressure regions, the anti-clockwise pattern. So students, that is about the movement of cyclones and anticyclones in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. In the textbook page number 17 also, the movement of cyclones, cyclonic winds and the cool breezes in an anticyclone, that is explained. You can understand in the diagram. In only northern hemisphere diagram is given in the textbook. In the northern hemisphere, in a cyclone, low pressure, that means decreasing pressure region is created in the middle. To that region, anti-clockwise pattern, the winds are blowing from the surrounding high pressure regions. But in the anticyclone, what happens? The middle region, high pressure is there, and this increasing pressure region, from this region, cool breezes and in clockwise pattern move towards the surrounding low pressure regions. We understood that the cyclones, the weather is very unpleasant, and in anticyclone the weather is pleasant with the stable and clear skies. There is pleasant weather. But in cyclone, a destructive weather is there. The cyclone, as it moves or as it advances on its way, it destroys almost every structures. Then students, we are going to study about the super cyclone that occurred in Odisha, that hit Odisha in the year 1999. On 28th October, it occurred. It created widespread damage and loss of property. More than 10,000 people were killed. Many domestic animals were killed. The people, about 15 million people, left homeless. Many people might have lost their relatives, their parents, and the near ones, loved ones. Students, the eastern coastal regions of India are more prone to the cyclones, especially the coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. These are more prone to cyclones. Usually in the months of May, October and November, the cyclones occur in this region. During the time of super cyclone, the fishermen were the most affected people. Their houses were the huts. They were easily destroyed by the cyclone. Many fishermen, there were warnings from the weather department, but many ignored the warnings, and the authorities also not worked properly to evacuate people and for proper shifting works, and the proper accommodation also not given to the people. The shifting of people were not done so well. The fishermen ignored the warnings given by the weather department. That news came in the newspapers, radio and television. They were not ready to miss a day's catch. That's why they were killed. Those were in the sea, they were killed there, and their relatives and the near ones living in the coastal regions, they were also killed. Many became, about 15 million people became homeless. So this the Odisha had a large areas of mangrove forest. Most of it was cut down. If it would have been there, the impact of cyclones, that super cyclone, was not that much. We know that the forest, especially the mangrove forest, that resist the force of winds. If there was absence of forest in many regions, that easily attracted the wind to the other regions where people inhabited. So if Odisha's the stretches of coastal forest would have been there, the damages would not have been this much severe. So children, that is about the cyclonic winds and the super cyclone that hit Odisha in the year 1999. I hope you understood. With this video, we completed the second chapter, that is atmosphere. Thank you, students.